Okay, we just have a few questions here in the Q&A from Thomas and Sergey asking why the yen strengthened after PM Abe announced he will step down, as one would normally expect such an announcement to be negative for the currency in question. Thanks for the great and excellent question, guys. And the answer is quite simple, really. It all goes around the idea of Abenomics. Now, Abenomics is the term which has been associated with the specific policies that was put in place by PM Abe when he took office back in 2011 or 2012, I think. And the whole idea about the policies he put in place was trying to get Japan's economy back on track and trying to get inflation back to 2%. Now, in a nutshell, the policy comprised of three parts, also sometimes known as the three-arrowed approach. And it included fiscal policy, monetary policy, and some structural reforms. Now, in fiscal policy, it included a vast government spending plan for big infrastructure projects to try and basically boost growth. It also included a massive monetary policy initiative where the BOJ set out to increase the money supply drastically through quantitative easing, which included the vast purchase of government bonds and ETFs, etc. And the whole aim of that was trying to firstly increase the money supply to depreciate the yen, and obviously to try and get inflation back to 2%. And thirdly, also included some structural reforms. Not entirely sure what those comprised of, but the main aim of that, as I understood it, was to try and make Japan a little bit more attractive for foreign investment. So coming back to your question, then why did the yen strengthen on this news? Well, one could argue that being the yen, its safe haven appeal could have also led to some inflows into the currency on the back of the news, as Japanese stocks saw lots of downside on the initial announcement. But the bigger reason is the uncertainty that PM Abe's departure will mean for something like Abenomics. So if he is away, who will replace him? Number one. And will the next PM share the same idea for monetary and fiscal policy? And remember, one of the biggest aims in all of this in Abenomics was trying to keep the value of the yen down. So if someone new steps in with another idea of policy which isn't aimed at so much stimulus, that would be very positive for the yen. And that is why the currency rallied on the back of that news. So if his successor is announced, what we need to look for in terms of trading opportunities is what their stance will be regarding fiscal and monetary policy. If they come out affirming that things will stay completely the same, it'll continue as is, then that provides a selling opportunity for the yen. But if they do come out and give hints that they aren't so comfortable with the current policy decisions, then the yen could strengthen even more. And that is also an opportunity. But also keep in mind that the strength of the yen is a very sensitive topic for the BOJ. So if new policy does see, or rumors of new policy does see massive support for the yen, then we can expect the BOJ to threaten possible intervention if things start to get out of hand. And they have done it before. So the markets will, in my opinion, think twice to try and call their bluff on intervention. So again, thanks for the great question. Please do keep them coming.